Morning Scrum with Govind Davis.
So, wow, I just completely fudged the start of this, but everything was off, and I realized I was staring at this bear. Which now it's over here. I was staring at this bear step thing. I'm like, that's backwards. I'm like, is there some kind of weird thing going on with this whole tool? And then I realized that I had somehow checked this mirror my image. So yeah, whatever. And so yeah, we're just gonna bump in here and get going. So I'm moving the pieces forward, and as usual, there's the rabbit hole opens up in front of me, right? You're like, okay, nothing is the idea, the shit is I'm moving forward, but then I'm like, wait a second, I'm just not happy with anything. Yesterday I'm just redoing the whole site, moving everything to Wix, trying to deal. But I love this signal page, and it's horrible. And I put all this work into the bot and all this stuff, and I want to showcase that. But it's not. But it was trying to embed the HTML, and I couldn't get the chat widgets to work, and I couldn't get them to work on the page. I'm these AI page creations are so complex and deep. I could never create this myself, and when you do create it, you can't really actually fix it, right? Because it's oh, I need to go change this little thing, and it's a whole bunch of code, and you got to find just the right thing, and then maybe you don't even know how to. So okay, I'm gonna get into the whole AI side of it in a second, but anyway, first I'm just gonna show you just how awesome this thing is. Oh no, actually first I'm gonna talk about warm up IP. I need to get hold of Nagi because I need to record some sessions with him. He's my first sponsor, and I need to do some work and produce some output. So not only is he needs to be my sponsor, but I need to produce some content so that I can be hey, it's not just me producing stuff about myself, right? So, but yeah, this is a great tool. If you're sending email, business email, in any kind of outbound way, you need to warm up your inbox. You need to understand digital reputation when it comes to email, or you will not do well. So anyway, that's warm up IP. They fix that for you, and I am going to share my screen. Why am I just today? I can't even function mentally after all this. Okay, screen share. I just wanted to get this show going, and because it's honestly so cool. So okay, I had to add a 301 redirect to this, and and I ended up deploying this as basically, I think that the idea of the terminology now is static page, whatever. It's a little app, right? And then that way you can control everything. Try to put code into these website builders or even WordPress. It's messy at best, and so I think you run into this situation with that where it's okay, if you're gonna build this, now look, okay, I talked to Chris, and he's you can build on Replit, they own it, that is way deeper way beyond my, I'm like, I just want to build cool stuff. And, but yeah, people who are really like deep into this are like deploying apps in just whole new ways. So this is like mind blowing. And that's why I had to do the show on Friday, because I started this page and I'm like, it was amazing. Claude created this like insane page. Like I tried the same thing in Gemini and it was like, okay. And like Lovable and Manus or something. I tried to fix it. I tried all these different tools and they just couldn't they couldn't produce anything that great, or they couldn't even work at all with the with the Claude code. So and so finally I found Replit, and I just said, hey, I think it's actually called Code Cleaner, because I was like, the first thing I was like, just try to get this code to work from Claude, because it was like so weird. I could paste it in as HTML into like Wix, but I couldn't really it wasn't formatted really kind of HTML. It didn't even really have a clear body, and I was like, I can't even really work with HTML that much anyway at a code level. I mean, I know enough to do like little things, right? But I was like, I'm not writing a page like this, and so then I'm like, okay, like here you can see my mouse. It's cool. It's got this I don't know why it does the pointer like this, but the whole page is like moving, and I was like, this is insane. So then I actually worked in Claude, I think, and I added this image here, but it didn't do a very good job. Later on, after I brought it with Replit, it lost the image, and so then I added the image back. And I was really struggling with the phone call. This is to Vappy. And you can't see it here. Hold on. No, now I got to do this. Okay, there you go. You got to see the phone. Okay, it's important to hear. Okay, so the phone on the bottom right, that's Vappy, and I had it the bot could easily control the Vappy, widget. So I was like, oh wait, I don't have to go write code to do this. And Vappy kind of created some versions for me, but actually it was easier in Replit just to say, hey, increase the size. Actually, the Vappy, or I think tried it Manus or something. It was horrible. I didn't get this thing at all. But this was my first issue. I was trying to fix. So I want this floating, right? And it's cool. You can click it and it'll call. It calls Signal, and it has the whole really awesome script. So it's okay, wait, I got to allow the microphone, and yeah, it's gonna call. I don't. Yeah, I have no idea if you can hear that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video to see if you can hear that. So anyway, then I fixed a few little things, and then I was like, wait a second, this was actually pretty not that hard to fix a bunch of stuff, and so then I was like, okay, I'm gonna I don't know, can I close this? I can make it smaller, right? No? Yeah, look at that, just go like that. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go down. I'm just going off the deep end here, right? Because this was it was a little bit frustrating, because of just what any AI, where it's you say do this, and you have to kind of figure out how to get maybe first this picture, or this was hard to get in the right place. I had to figure out some things, and then I'll get into where it was even quite a bit more challenging. When you get into try to tell the bot, hey, I want to move this over here, and I want this, and I think understanding the code environment and what these core concepts, if you're creating a PDF page, what are the actual core things that you can manipulate inside a PDF to get something that looks, say, the way you want. And and when you do a complicated process here, right? So here it's going to say you can do my killer content engine. You load the transcript file and 3 images, and it's going to output a PDF. It looks really cool. It has this kind of brand type stuff. And so there was a bunch that went into this, and like if I had, and each time you do this and test, it's I probably tested this like 50 times, or whatever it is, because you get weird little outputs and stuff like that. But here I've done one, and the final output's pretty cool. Like it's not insane, but like it's also pretty darn nice, right? You're like, hey, like I just took a transcript and created like a cool brand kind of story type experience for somebody that they can output, and it uses an agent. I mean, it was that simple to produce this kind of really cool output, right? And the whole idea here is not like, hey, this is a tool that anybody's going to use. It's just kind of showing like what's possible, right, with this whole experience. And I'm like, I can from here, now that I'm like, wow, I did this, and like this is like a half a day's, like somebody who really knows what they're doing could do this in like a half a day's work. You're just like insane, like this intelligent robot that you can talk to, all about the experience, like super like insane like page that I could. I mean, this would take me forever to create this, and I would never get there with any other kind of tool or approach. And and then it has the internet, and you can just imagine like, okay, there's so much deeper that you can go into this now, right? Like I'm going to create this bot, and then the back end, it just, like, to me, this is like such the tip of the iceberg of what this is, but it's also just completely mind blowing to me that I was able to even produce something like this, and it didn't take a lot of time. You do have to sit there. You're like, okay, talk to the bot, especially just like layout things, right? Did it get it right? Sometimes it crashes. It was a whole life experience. But again, the outputs to me are, it's almost just like shocking. I literally am like, how in the world did I just end up like producing this thing, and yeah, it's like, I don't even, here, maybe I need to make this smaller. Sorry, I'm distracted here. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like weird because now I've got like this image. This thing's like right on top of this. I didn't realize it from the background. It's not the worst thing, but I don't know why I didn't notice that before, or maybe I like changed the background file. Anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not even going to share like a ton more. I mean, I will go back. Let's see. Okay, here it goes. Oh, I see. I think I can click. Anyway, whatever. I closed it up, and now I get Replit back. Yeah, you can see, like, I talked a lot. I spent a lot. This was like a whole debugging experience. Like, I had a long conversation with this thing, right? And, I'm excited to build more of these, honestly. Like I do think that this is like, for me it's fun, but I think there's just so many applications where you can leverage this to create really rich digital experiences for people. And I don't know, just a whole bunch of conversation earlier today with Chris and the Oceanic team about like, okay, all these big tech companies, like the visual idea that they're like shedding workers is false. They're shedding the unnecessary, and they're like gearing up for major like AI revolution. Like that's what I feel like is happening. And Chris is like tapped into these like big consulting companies, and they're just going to be sucking people because you're like the people who understand what's possible with AI and are like pushing the limits and figuring this stuff out. The kinds of things that you can create are just absolutely mind blowing. So anyway, I'm excited to bring this one, and coming soon, my next shows, as soon as I can get to it, I am going to I'm gonna start sharing my offer, my Signal offer. Like, I need to promote this. I'm gonna do it. Like, okay, wait, hold on a second. I just need to go because this is funny. I had to go to Strategist Signal, and I had to add a redirect. It goes to my website, and then it redirects. And let's go here, and where was this? experience the signal effect. The strategist signal. Yeah, I mean, I got to start promoting this. So this is actually really all of this is. That's interesting. Didn't actually go to. Oh, I think that's because I renamed it. Actually, let's go back and show it. The whole goal of Signal is to get people to buy. I probably need to republish it. Don't I? Oh, that's right. I'm just going to do. Doesn't really matter. Signal. Can't even spell. Can't type. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, you can't. I was like, wait, because I kind of want it to be like Signal. Yeah, that's fine. Awesome. Warm up your mailbox, build great technology, and